Hello and welcome everyone to our season finale of Parliament of Owls. I'm very, very excited about this episode. Before we get into introductions to everyone, I, of course, always have a few announcements to make. First of all, I am Jake. I go by he, him, but I'll be playing a bunch of different characters, so keep up with my fucking pronouns. So, second of all, it is Pride Month, and with that, QueueTimes has decided that 100% of any Twitch money that we make, so that is subs or bits or whatever means of which you can donate via Twitch specifically, we're donating 100% of that to Rainbow Railroad. So at the end of the month, we will be doing that. So if you have subbed and you're continuing to sub, I appreciate you, and Rainbow Railroad also appreciates you. If you can give a little bit more, great. And honestly, if you don't want to go through Twitch, because I totally get that, go directly to Rainbow Railroad. There is no means that you have to go through us. Then with that, if you would like to support this cast, this is the season finale. And with that, that means that we've got one last opportunity for all of you to help this cast pay for their time. If you buy anything from Die Hard Dice and use the codename QueueTimes, you will actually be donating a little bit to us when you buy your stuff, and a part of that will be going to the cast. You can also donate your tips. Will be going 100% to the cast as well. That is all I have for announcements. I'm sure I will have more. I'm going to go to Sam very, very last because I love them and I just want to stare at them while everyone else talks. So
the rising sense of dread build until finally I'm introduced.
But so what we're going to do is we're actually going to introduce the only actual Parliament of Owls character first, which is Leni.
It's behind you, actually. It's behind you.
For those of you who don't know, yeah. For those of you who don't know, I hate being the main character. So this will be fun. But hello, my name is Kat or Cat Scratch, KATSKRATCHH. You can find me on everything that way. I play games and I'm Leni, and I feel like I know about my character, but also don't know if I know about my character. So I'm not really sure what I can tell you.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
So today, because we have everyone that is playing different characters, I gave everyone their character names, but you all can choose what your character looks like, what ancestry they are, any of that. So why don't we go around with the rest of the group and you tell me maybe a little something about the character you're playing today as well as yourself. So let's go with Trend.
I was like, wait, who's Trent? I'm Trent. Well, I'm Drac. I'm Draconics, or Drac, who uses he, they pronouns. I'm going to be playing Trent, who I've decided also uses he, they pronouns. As far as ancestry goes, I think they're going to be a... God, the only thing in my head right now is a puppet, because I've been making a puppet character. Not a puppet, though. You know, I'm just going to stick with the good old elf. They're a little elf kids.
So it looks like you.
No, better looking.
No such thing. No such thing.
Broad, like they're kind of like they're like a little powerhouse. Like you can tell that they grow up to be like built like a brick house already, even at this young age.
Okay.
Probably got a couple of bruises and scars from rough housing, which is probably why they ended up being whisked away. But yeah, that's Trend.
Okay.
He's not very smart, but he's very brawny.
Let's go with Vald, which sorry, he got the worst name out of all of them.
Do you know how confusing this is going to be? You're one letter off Valk. So like,
I think it makes it easier. It makes it easier. Valk is playing Val.
Oh God. Let's make my brain. Hi, I'm Valkyrie. I am playing Vald. I'm coming up with this shit off the top of my head. So I reckon probably she, her, because that's gonna be the easiest way for me to do this. Val is like sort of like that tomboy kid, but dresses up not at all like that. So you'll see them like in a dress, but also like chucking mud at people Like that's the kind of vibe we're going for here. I've decided, and I decided this as soon as I saw the background, Jake, that they are going to have the heaviest Australian accent that I can muster.
So that's different than normal.
Oh no, it gets worse. It gets so much worse.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. Prove it.
I now
I accept
demand
your
also
challenge.
that Drac has to
Damn
code
it.
switch as this character.
Damn it! I was really going to mention it. Okay, cool. I'll do it.
And
I'll do it.
I want the most like pip pip cheerio voice.
Pip pip cheerio. No, I'm
from
going full
No.
Essex.
I
I'm
was
bringing
like,
in Essex slang. Just wait.
Yes, give me that Essex. Yes.
This is gonna be great.
I'm not going to understand 2 of our cast members tonight.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah, if there's a blank stare on this side, just process.
We'll translate. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll have like captions underneath. It'll be fine.
Next is going to be Sona.
Hi, I'm Liv. I use she/they pronouns. I'm going to be playing Sona, who, let's just say, uses any of them. I don't think that they particularly care. I take it I'm the heart of the group. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. In terms of physical appearance, I think Sona is a human child. What's worse than a human? A child. And I think
Yes.
I think that they are just, when like I love chubby babies, and I think Sona was just like a chubby baby and a chubby kid, but real cute, just a real cute kid. I don't have any accents to lend except leaning into my California roots, but I'm not a Valley girl. But that's all I could give
No,
you.
totally not.
No.
I do want to say your Valley girl jumped out when you said you're not a
Yeah,
Valley
it actually
girl.
did. It
You
got
really
a little.
did.
Okay, it did. I'm like not from the Valley, but I went to school with a bunch of girls from LA, and they were a lot of fun.
Jake,
Oh,
can I
no.
back-
You just sound like everyone I hang out with. So,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
backtrack?
This is actually.
Can I backtrack for 2 seconds because I forgot to mention human? Yeah.
Oh,
let's
okay.
go.
Yeah,
Human
yeah.
babes. Yeah. Or
Human
good.
babes.
Got that.
All right. So then that leaves us with the impeccable, amazingly amazing Sam DeLev, who will be playing Rex.
Good evening. Unfortunately, we do not have the impeccable Sam DeLev. That one, in fact, was pecked. Unfortunately, I am Sam DeLev. I'm the one whom you are stuck with this evening. And my friendly local accent was yoinked. So I could be French, I could be German, I
No,
could be
you can
Russian,
take it.
or
Take
that.
it. Have it.
I have a catalog. We'll find out.
You're right. You're
what I
so
am.
talented. That's very true.
Drink. Hydrate or die straight. Back to important things. But I'm a role-playing performer, variety streamer. I'm on this channel a whole lot. I'm very excited to have emotionally manipulated my way onto Parliament of Owls at last. Months of work, which I thought should have come to. But it's fine.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? It's because it's because I get nervous that you're going to be on a show with me and that we're not on the same table, because at least at the same table I can just let you like shine and you're amazing, and then I can suck up some of that. But then when I have to GM you, I'm like, oh fuck, I have to do stuff. I'm like, oh.
I wouldn't know. This is your first time GMing me.
I know it is. I know we've played at the same table a couple times, and so we'll see how much I fuck up.
How are you feeling tonight?
I'm so much so I'm gonna go into the intro. Parliament of Owls is an all-evil campaign that may touch on sensitive topics. Viewer discretion is advised. Hit the right button? No, I didn't hit the right button. See, Sam is already making me nervous. So,
Incredible.
where we're going to be starting is Leni. You look up as you awaken from this dream that you had started to be hypnotized by this strange person that you didn't really know, and you get annoyed and you open your eyes, and when you do, there stands a man, very tall, and he squats down and he goes, "Hey, kiddo," and he seems extremely warm, extremely kind, and extremely caring to you, but you do not recognize this person at all. And he goes, "All right, you ready, kiddo?"
Do I know you?
"What?" "Look, I know you're nervous about your first day at school, but it's going to be okay. I promise."
School. And she kind of looks around, just taking in whatever she can see.
What does 9-year-old Leni look like?
Okay. So older Leni has massive hair that just flows forever. I would say at 9 years old, she probably still has this, white to dark hair, except it's in braids, kind of down, just two pigtailed braids down her back. And yeah, I'm assuming she's still probably in all black
Sure.
or shades of gray.
Sure.
Uh, and though she's very, very pale, I think she does have a little bit of flush, blushed cheeks, just that comes with her youthfulness.
Yeah, and he stands up and he takes your hand, and when he takes your hand, you notice how small your hand is in his. And he goes, "All right, it's just a little bit of walk, but I'm gonna walk you there, okay?"
Um, uh, uh, School?
"Yeah, mom's already working, so it's my job to take you in today, okay?" She says she
Um,
loves you very much, though.
and her eyes kind of just go big. Mom's at work. What do you mean? What's happening? Wait. What's happening?
And as you're saying this, it's almost like you're flashing forward in time as you're in the middle of Absalom, walking next to your father. He is holding your hand and he's pointing out all of the different things on the shelves and all of the different stores. And he goes, "Yeah, so your mom and I actually helped make all of those over there." And he points over, and there is these beautiful weaved like rugs and all of this like beautiful tapestry. And at this booth, you see this woman and a large wrapping around her head, and you notice she's got multiple arms, and she's actually watching you as she is weaving with each of her hands these items. "Yeah, we actually get all of the silk for her, and she builds that for all of these people out here." And he keeps walking with you, and he goes, "The school's kind of scary, I know, but it's going to be okay. We're going to make sure that you get the best that you can. We've heard really great things about it."
I have one question. Between the two of these, do they look like the faces that Leni
No,
remembers?
no,
Complete strangers.
no. But he is giving that father figure, like nothing that Leni has ever remembered, but this is the feeling that Leni has seen fathers give to their daughters, and
Mhm.
the woman that he is pointing out is not your mother. It's just a person.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he's Yes, this is not the person you know as your father.
What's my school again? What do we do there?
Well, so it's a school for gifted kids. Just like your mom and I always tell that you are, is that you are amazing. You are the best. And this school is supposed to train you, and it's supposed to. And he stops right there in the middle of the road, and he squats down again and gets to your height. And in fact, he gets down and goes crisscross applesauce to you and says, "Your mother and I, we can't give you all of the things that we really want to give you. And this is a really good opportunity for us to get you those things. This is going to offer you a much better life than anything that we could ever. Look, it's going to be fine. You're going to be there for a couple weeks. I know it's going to be hard. You're going to miss us, but we'll pick you up and we'll have a great couple of weeks, and then you'll go back and you'll learn and meet lots of new friends."
Can I see Mom?
Yeah, that's not a horrible idea. We'll swing by Mom's work on our way in, okay? And he gets up and he takes your hand, and you're in front of a store. And you see this man open the door, and as soon as the door opens, you see that there is a row of people literally taking silk and not weaving it, but putting it together in I can't remember the actual term, but basically packs, so that they can be sent. And there's a group of people that are dyeing these silks into different colors and getting them ready. And you see a woman look over, and you can just see her eyes and her face just lighten up like the most important thing has come through that door. And she stops what she does and she runs over to you and goes, "What are you two doing here? You're supposed to be in school already." And this woman is in fact the woman that you've seen in your dreams as your mother.
With her bending down to little Leni, I think there's kind of a mix of joy, but also tenseness in seeing her mother, who she knows is dead. She knows is dead, and just kind of she tenses and just puts her little tiny hands up to her mom's cheeks. You're you're okay.
Of course, why wouldn't I be?
I don't know what's happening. You're okay right now. You're happy?
And she looks over at this man and looks back at you and says, You okay, sweetheart?"
I don't really know what's happening right now.
And she grabs your cheeks and pulls your face in and just gives you a soft kiss on your forehead. And as her lips separate from your head, she looks at you and she says, "You got this." And before you can even respond, you're at the front door of this massive building. And a man comes out, opening the door. And as he opens the door, he is in a long coat and he's got like a pile of paper on his arm. And he goes, "Ah, yes, little Leni." And when you look up, the man that you've always pictured being your father, the man that killed your mother, the man that you killed, is standing right there in front of you.
No. No. And she kind of takes steps back
And your father does not let go of your hand. And as you kind of pull away, he's like, no, come on, it's okay. And he goes, is this not Leni? I distinctly remember you being Leni last time we met.
Last time we met?
Yes.
When did we meet?
Well, I believe I met you when you were out in the fields working on the silk with your mother.
And as he says that, she's kind of tucking herself around behind her dad. Just the bigger figure, like trying to push him a little bit forward where she can still see this man, but has a defense.
He looks over and looks up at this man. He goes, "Don't worry. Children get very, very nervous, especially leaving their parents for the first time for any amount of time. It's going to be completely all right. We will take perfect care of little Leni." And the man goes, I know, Mr. Godly. And that's Gottllieb. If any of you would like to know how to spell, it's not going to matter. And he goes, I know, it's just I'm a little nervous. She's a little nervous. We're all just a little nervous. Can I walk her in? And he gives a big smile. He goes, absolutely. Come right in. And he opens the door into a room that is kind of like a hallway, and it feels sterile. The light that's coming in is the light from the outside, but for some reason, the golden brown and yellow that comes from the sun has somehow been filtered into something that is stark white and is almost off-putting at first. And he goes, see, there will be plenty for your little girl to do. And in the room, there is a bunch of toys, and there's like little dolls and little trebuchet, little rubber band toys that happen. And he goes, trust me, sir, it will be completely fine. We'll see you in a couple weeks. And while it is important that the first couple of weeks Leni cannot see you, you can still see Leni. If you would like to come in and visit, you can see Leni, but we cannot allow interactions with Leni. And he goes, okay, that's totally fine. And he looks down at you, Leni, and goes, all right, kiddo, I'm gonna miss you. All right.
Yeah, can you tell Mom that I love her? And I won't let anything happen to her.
He smiles. Of course. And before you see him leave, you snap into a classroom full of kids. Sona, Trend, Vald, and Rex, you are all here, and you see the new kid walking in the room with the man that you know as father. And he goes, all right, children, and he claps his hands to get everyone's attention. It is time for you all to meet your new classmate. This is Leni. Leni, this is your class.
Hi.
Hi.
Leni.
Hi.
She's smaller than I thought.
She's pretty short.
Well, you're just really tall.
Is there an issue with that?
I don't know. Is there?
Better not be.
It's fine. Not everyone can be as tall as me.
I don't want to be tall like that. That's weird.
Wait.
Sona walks over and, like, if Leni doesn't pull away, she's gonna lean in and just, it's okay. Trend and Rex are just like, they're not mean. They're just blunt.
Okay. Well, if they don't have a problem, I won't have a problem.
There's no problem.
Yes. Okay.
And the man goes, all right, Leni, sit down, please. And there's a small chair in the classroom. Of course, it's small. You're all children. And he looks around and goes, all right, everyone. It is time for our daily relaxation. And he starts to walk back and forth. And he goes, Oh, before I forget, Leni, it is very important to me that you, from now on, call me father. That is what you will be calling me. Is that all right?
You're not my dad. That's kind of weird.
Like,
Right?
like the clergy, sometimes father is.
Okay,
Our-
God, is
our-
that you?
Alexa,
God!
I don't know why you start
You
speaking.
said you
but-
want to bring in the clergy?
Look,
All right,
mate,
well,
the
I don't know,
Catholic Church
personally,
is
it sounds
spying
like-
on you, and I'm concerned.
Personally, it sounds like Jake's been calling Alexa daddy, but
Yeah.
if that's what they're responding
Alexa,
to.
I
I
heard
want
it.
you to call me daddy.
First of all, I
Not
said
that.
father, not
Hello,
daddy.
father.
Ew, that's so much worse.
Sorry about that, Alexa.
Hey, really
You
quick
Are you,
though,
Bo?
really quick. Can we get a clap for the Parliament of Owls crew? It took us this long to make a sex joke on camera.
Yeah. Put it on the clock.
We're on our best behavior for Sam, that's all.
29 minutes, and we lasted that long. Others can't say as much.
No, I was gonna say better than most. Hey.
So he looks at you and says, similar to the clergy, father isn't directly a representation of the person in which caused your birth, but instead someone that stands before you, someone that you look up to, someone that will lead you to the path in which you belong.
Okay, whatever.
She'll accept plenty of things. She's short.
Look, I don't have to
Rex.
be really tall like you.
Hey, if you ever want a boost, just let me know.
What
help
does
you out.
I can climb things just fine.
what does Rex even look like? Because I was so nervous in the very beginning that I didn't even get Rex's description of what they
Yeah,
look like.
they're a wheeler, so you're gonna have like at least 8 inches on them, no matter what.
I love the energy of a wheeler just talking mad shit about height.
Yeah.
Small dog energy.
I'm not saying that I deliberately bled, but right what you know.
I mean, I'm playing a tall elf who is tall for their age. I'm playing what I know as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a tribute crybaby. That's my youth.
I just exist.
So
I mean, the fact that I have any level of assertiveness. But beyond that, they're probably a human. I don't know. Are you staring at their ears? That's kind of weird on you then. If so. And they've got like strawberry blonde hair, but unfortunately, what are you, Kat? Like 3C kind of vibe? It's that, only maybe it was father, maybe it was someone else. No one told them how curly hair works, and it's brushed.
Oh.
Oh,
Yep,
no.
pause for wincing.
Been there.
Oh.
Been
I was
there.
gonna say I didn't describe Sona's hair, but definitely like a little black kid, and has like the buns, but like rough housed, like the baby hairs are everywhere. It's not slicked.
Look,
Okay, so
untrained.
whoever's doing our hair is doing the same thing, and they do not understand.
One of
it's
our parents
probably a
is
little
just-
dry because conditioner isn't like
Mhm.
properly. Like
Lacking.
they think you need to use as much as you use for shampoo.
Yeah.
Really
I'm-
bringing it way back.
I'm doing method acting today, so what I've got going on here is what we've got going on.
I mean,
Okay.
look, I'm not exactly.
Funny clips
I
included.
mean, that's what's going to
Fuck
end
yeah.
up happening because you brushed through their curls, so you might as well just shave it off.
Yeah, just put it
Yeah,
up.
let me be a
They
cautionary
brushed it
tale.
and went, oh nah.
Like,
We're just gonna hide this.
Looking like a tumbleweed, just like
Yes!
onto your head.
It's just
Let's
foof.
go.
No.
Mhm.
I'm gonna change it up a bit. I'm an elf with an afro, just a full-on afro.
Well,
Just-
you're the
Yes.
only kid
Yeah.
with good hair in the class.
Uh-huh.
So you're
Good
trying to be
hair.
like Scott. Is that what's happening?
Oh, wait. What if I'm? Never mind.
No, you're not. You're not.
Oh, I just heard a tinfoil get ripped off the roll. That's
So he doesn't wait for your response, Leni. Instead, he walks back and forth in front of the class and starts to bring in his voice. His voice gets deeper and quieter and slower. And he starts to go across the room, and he just snaps his fingers in slow intervals. You're muted, Sam. I don't know if you were saying something. No, okay. And he's doing this, and he's talking slow, and he's snapping his fingers, and he's going for it. And you, Leni, see a transformation of the class from these wild, interactive, jumping 9-year-olds just like you. They all kind of sit up straight, hold their chest out, stand there and wait for attention.
How close are these desks?
I mean, think of it as public school. You got 30 kids in a
Okay.
class.
Wait.
Or like public school? Fuck that.
Literally, no, don't do it.
Well, and I should specify United States public school, so like 36
Mhm.
to one teacher, you know, like
The same
Right,
here, honestly.
public school means something nice.
So
I think as a term.
hey, I don't
Like
know how
public
hard-
means
no.
private, or like there's some sort of nonsense
Think-
K school. I don't know.
Depends on where.
The same. No, I think the same with we still have public school here. Private school is like if you're rich, you can like fucking pay for it.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
Or if you go into
mhm,
debt.
mhm, mhm.
Thanks, parents. I love you.
Ooh.
I would
That's trauma.
say, yeah, that Leni kind of sees them shape up a bit, and I don't know who would be nearest her or where this desk is, but I think she's gonna try to like poke over, be like, "What are you doing?"
and you hit the side of Rex when you do that.
Good.
Why wouldn't I be?
I mean,
What's your problem?
you all went from, I don't know, being weirdos to being like stuck up weirdos.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is just what we do. Shh.
And sure enough, just like that, flash forward. It's a few weeks forward. Everyone around you has lived through this time. It has been the same thing every single day. You walk into class, everyone's energetic, and when those words get spoken and that speed gets spoken, everyone around you straightens up. Leni, this feels like a microsecond that this has happened. Everyone's wearing different clothes. Everyone looks a little different. You know, maybe one day Rex's hair is a little less brushed. You know, one day it's really brushed, but it's happening in seconds. And you're seeing this happen, and you're noticing that the class of 36 is then 30, and then is 28, and then 20, and then 10. And then Father stands above you all and says, "Today is your final exam." And the thing, Leni, is that this entire time you were expecting to see your parents again, and you have not gotten to see them. And it weighs on you, even though it's been milliseconds. It feels like weeks. It feels like months. It feels like years since you've seen them. And it's the first time you got to see them since that night. And it's weird. This man that you have no connection to, this man you don't even know who he is, you have this emotional bond that shares with your mother. And this man that you have killed in your dreams, that you have killed multiple times, anytime you rage, you see this man's face. He is the one standing in front of this class, doing this every single day, making you call him father. And he says, "It is today our final exam. It is a very important exam, because if you do not succeed, you will not succeed in this course, and you will not succeed in life. And with that, we will have to send you down the river. So everyone, please, with me again." And he speaks his mantra, and everyone sits up straight, and the class gets split into 2 groups of 5. And you are marched down into these rooms. Leni, you are the last one to be put into a room. You see Rex get moved in to a room and the door closed behind them. Rex's door has writing on it, and we'll get into what that writing is shortly. Trend also gets put behind a door, but this door is a wooden door with small slats that allow a hand or small objects to go through. Sona gets put into a door, but the door is actually an open frame. There's nothing actually preventing Sona from leaving, but you notice that they're doing something to Sona in the room. And then Vald is put into a room with a strong, in a metal door with a strong window with bars that lets you transfer items that are small through it. Everyone else, you have gotten a message in Discord, and that is a description of what is inside your room.
Okay.
Father looks back at Leni and he says, now it is most important, Leni, that you help them succeed in their goals. Because if any one of them fail, you will fail. And thus, we will end our contract. We will end your schooling. And you can get this menacing, this disgusting feeling that he is very clearly threatening your life. He goes, but don't you worry, I'll be watching. And he walks out of a door and he locks it. Leni, when you look around, you look back at Rex's room and you see a phrase. And I'm going to send this phrase to you on Discord so that you do not have to memorize it. I'm just going to send it to you as a private message because, I mean, no one else can do anything about it. But it says, I am not alive, but I grow. I have no lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I? And you see that on Rex's door, it is a simple door, but there's nothing that allows you to hand things through. And the lock itself isn't so much a lock as it is a piece of very tough rope that has been tightened so tight that your fingers could impossibly untie them. Maybe a sharp object, but this rope seems to be very tough. You look over and you see Sona's room. And in Sona's room, you see a black coffin that Sona has been placed in. Underneath the coffin, you can see that there are metal pipes that small little flames start to peek out of the pipe underneath the coffin. I'm going to go around and I want each of you to tell me what is in your room. Since we've described the exterior of Sona's room, I feel like we should describe the interior of Sona's room.
Well, it's a dark box. And there's no light, but there's like I can feel something in my hands. And it's getting really hot. Like it's really warm. I don't like warm. But I keep like flicking the little tool, the little object that's in my hand, and it produces a flame. And do you want me to explain
Yeah.
what I can see? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so as I flick the flame, I see that there's actually something inside of my box. So that's cool. I have something to read because it could get kind of boring. And inside it reads, a cloud is my mother, the wind is my father, my brother is the cool stream, and my sister is the fruit of the land. A rainbow is my bed, the earth my final resting place, and I'm the torment of man. What am I?
And from there, why don't we go to Vald? What is your room look like?
Vald is already not having a good time because they're like the brainiest of the bunch, but not so much the brawniest, and they're wearing glasses. And like as soon as they put into the room, it's just a bunch of mirror upon mirrors and mirrors and mirrors and mirrors and mirrors and mirrors. And some like like she looks in them, and when she waves her arm, some of them go like super slow, but some of them like speed it up. So she is nauseous as shit right now. There is like the metal door if she turns around, and she's just been staring at it since she got put in there because the glasses plus the mirrors are not helping at all. There's this like hand crank that she tried to like move a bit, but she's weak anyway. But when she tries to move it, it's just like it's not moving at all. There's a small like slot above it, and below it there's this big old just bunch of fucking letters, and it's all run together, and it's sort of like if I'm going to do it in my best Australian accent, it's going to be there you go. That's literally what it,
very Australian.
yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's what it says. So yeah.
Trend, what does your room look like?
Okay, so pretend that this whole time I had been using the Essex slang and accent because I just remembered I said I was going to do that. So basically, yeah.
Hey man, I haven't spoken at all, so you're fine.
So basically, the room in is there's this shot of bare bright light, yeah, and it's extremely hot whenever I walk past it. I'm honestly trying to avoid it if I can. Next to the light is an empty bucket. I don't know what that's about, but by the bucket and in the center there's a pipe blocked by some thin piece of wood. I think some water is clearly running through it or something, but it's being blocked in it. So on the wall it says something like some weird shit. It's basically saying, if you drop me, I'm sure to crack, but give me a smile and I'll always smile back. What am I? I think I can understand what this is, but I don't know how it's relevant to anything going on right here. So fam, can you help me out?
And Rex, what does your room look like?
Well, first question, are these our rooms that this is happening?
Yes. So
Two?
each of you are seeing these different things in your rooms.
In our respective rooms, or like, you know, I'm in my room right now while I'm playing with you.
Yeah, not in your bedroom, but you have been locked inside of.
So that contextualizes that this room is boring and uninteresting, which is really what I needed to. Like, there's no decorations.
No.
None of my ballerina posters are in here. The room is terrible.
Yep.
That answers what I needed to know. Instead, there's a bunch of really boring stuff. There's this like two-handed scale in the room that makes me feel like someone was personally attacking the Libra.
A favorite
And
pastime.
please do. I'll roll initiative.
Oh my god.
And there are a stack of coins, enough that I can't quickly figure out how many there are until grouping. Like, you know, you can maybe get 5 and then you have to start like, okay, it's 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and 4. There are 12 in the room, and a little handwritten note. And as I roll up to it, it says, "There's a fake amongst the coins." And I put it down for a moment to just, of course there is. There's a fake. I can't even have one nice thing. And then I take another breath and then I read the rest of it. "Its only fault is its weight. Find it, but beware. More than 3 ways will bring a weight on you that will surely leave you in." And I'm about to finish reading exactly what it is in this note. It probably rhymes, but I'm more distracted because onto the note falls a few grains of sand. And like a horror movie, like Alien, I look up to this ceiling and see that the beams of it are starting to sag with the weight of something enough that the floorboards have begun to part at the cracks, letting slip just a few grains of sand for now.
Leni, you get this description from each one of these people as they're trying to figure out what's going on. You can see Father walking above on a catwalk around. And as you're walking, you see another face up there. The Weaver. The same woman that you saw out in the bazaar. Her hands moving, pulling a string. She stares intently at you. And she begins to weave something from it. And she just stares. And it's interesting because he walks by her, almost as if he is not noticing her there. And he just continues to walk and watch. At this point, after hearing everyone, you understand that each one of them are in their own particular danger. Sona is about to be cremated. Rex is about to have a ton of weight drop upon them. Now, you're not really sure about Trend, but Trend, you start to see that the light itself starts to burn the wood floor. It's just starting to singe, and you start to see smoke start to slowly billow. And you see that the floor itself is wood. And you see that the door is wood, but the door is kind of far away from this beam of light. And Vald, while you're staring at this doorway, you notice that even though you're not moving, some of your reflections are. And at first you catch it in the corner of your eye on this side, and then you catch it on the corner of your eye on the other side. And then you notice that even though you're staying perfectly still, all of the reflections lean in and look at you.
Oh, I hate this.
What would you all like to do? At this moment, you are all probably a little worried, but you're all trained. You know what to do.
Okay, fam. So, what do you all see again? Some people said they had some writing.
Yeah, I have this note, and it's useless and boring. I'm just going to start weighing 2 groups of 4 coins against each other out of the 12.
I feel like maybe you should be careful.
Okay.
So you take 2 stacks of coins. So there are
4 coins each.
4 coins each, and
Yep.
you place you place the 4 coins on each side.
4 in one, 4 in the other. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And you see that one side is lighter than the other.
Okay, good. I already have a fake. Excellent. As that happens, I would like to get very, very close to the floor and listen. Do I hear any clicks, any any turning of gears, any actuation mechanisms?
In fact, you do, and you hear it below you, and then you hear it to the side of you, and then you see that the ceiling itself starts to as something gets poured on top of whatever is above you. And more sand starts to seep through as the bowing causes there to be a little bit of gap between the planks.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything?
Is there anything like with this small hand crank? Is there anything where you can put anything into it? Is it just a crank?
The crank itself, no, you can't put anything in it, but there's a slot above it that you can put something through.
How big is this slot?
I would say about this big.
Gotcha.
And Sam, that's about the same size as your coins.
Okay.
And the slot leads into my room, right? Like I'm their center.
Yes, you're in the center, and you're handing things from people
Okay.
and working with all of them. Vault, will you do me a favor and will you roll me a brains roll?
That is a D20. Oh, okay.
Oh, you so smart.
I told you I'm the smarty. Jesus.
I am not.
Me neither.
Wanna start this shit with me? That was a 12.
I mean, higher than half.
Yeah.
It's
I
actually
mean-
what I could have done.
Sam, you haven't met/played with me. I roll really badly.
That
I'll
was
Better roll than-
demonstrably not an example of that. Just by
Yeah.
pure statistics and a linear probability of
It's more than 10, which is
Yeah,
hard.
that's
exactly.
a win.
Thank
It-
You would have
is.
you would have passed that college course.
We're 8 years old.
Vault, when you start to think about it, you realize that it might be more helpful if you look at this writing in one of the mirrors.
Oh, Vold is already like on that shit
Okay.
because I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Vold, but me, I read things forwards and backwards.
It's weird.
I know.
I appreciate it. It's cool, but it's
really
I've never.
strange. Like I can do it really quickly. So
So what does it say?
so Vold has already been looking at this, like being distracted slightly by the creeping that's happening behind her, but she's like, so like, mate, this weird like gibberish is like, and she like follows backwards with a finger. I have a tail and a head, but no body. What am I? Oh, that's a coin. That's easy. That's not gonna help.
Yeah.
I don't have.
Well-
You got anything out there? She like.
Rex, didn't you say you have coins in there?
Yeah, but they're terrible. I'm going to do my second weighing.
Okay.
Now.
How would you like to weigh them?
So I'm going to take those same two groups because there's uneven, meaning the fake is in one of those two groups, and you just have to determine which one they are. So I'm going to take.
And
Let's see. I think.
specifically, I should maybe make this a little bit clear. You would know that by weight it means that it's lighter. Like the fake is lighter than the rest.
Oh,
Like a clipped coin.
okay. I thought just
Oh,
different
okay.
weight. Okay, cool. Okay.
Right. The only fault is the weight, but that could have gone in either direction.
direction.
So right
Yep.
now I was
I'm-
just looking for inequalities, which is why I started with the force.
And I am trying to clarify my terrible riddle by letting you know that the fault that you're looking for is the lighter of the 4 coin of the
That
self-
okay. Give me a moment to rework my algorithm. I think Rex will still act quickly since they have observed that bowing leads to more sand, and they want to do as many weighings off the top so that more sand starts to leak
Interesting.
as possible. That way, if the ceiling comes down, there's less.
Of Sam.
Right? No, because more weight already went in. Then there's less that
Yeah.
smooshes you.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah, I'll just redo that real quick. But yeah, they're weighing.
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I have coins, but they're dumb, and one of them is counterfeit, or 11 of them are counterfeit.
Well, I think it's just one,
One.
because I think Bald needs that coin. So if you find it, I can take it.
Okay.
Well, specifically, Leni, you know that Rex's door is the only door that does not have a slot to hand things through.
Oh.
So you need to get Rex out before you can get the coin to get Vald out.
And the lock has the rope.
Yep.
And we need something sharp. Okay.
Well,
Got it.
no, the riddle on that door, and I'll read it again for you, is that I am not alive, but I grow. I've got no lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I?
Does anyone have a fire or anything? I think I need to burn something.
Oh, me,
all the
me.
time.
I got it.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm right there with you, Rex. I got it. Yeah. Honestly, same here.
What?
Hey, does anyone
So
have a mirror?
we can all burn stuff
No?
later.
Okay.
I have
I'm
mirrors.
burning.
You have mirrors.
I'm
You're burning right now.
I'm
Right now, you're burning.
I'm like burning up. It's hot.
Like you have a cold or something?
Yeah, so the only person in here that can actually see it is that Leni can see that there is fire
The
literally
fire.
starting to
Yeah.
like
don't-
lick the sides of the coffin.
But
It's
you're like okay in there, right? Right now.
I guess it's scary. I don't like the dark. I
Okay.
don't go home.
Same, but I think if we figure this out, maybe we can.
Okay.
Okay. So I need your fire. And who needed a mirror?
Me? I need a mirror. That's what I'm guessing cracks when you drop, but smiles back when I smile.
Yeah, that makes sense. And Vol, you have mirror, right?
Yeah, mate, I do, but they're kind of creeping me out. Can we speed this up, please?
Yeah, I think everyone's a little bit not great right now. Okay. So what is your riddle?
So I'd like to point out that there is a space large enough to hand something through everyone except for Rex's window, and well, technically, no one can hand anything to Sona because Sona's in a coffin. But so if Vald would like to hand something through the window, she's able to do that.
Okay. Well, do you have like a mirror that can come through and you hand it to me?
I'm tentatively looking behind me.
And as you look behind you, you notice them all of the reflections of you. It takes a second, like just when you look over, you notice that they all quickly move and react to your reaction. So they were looking at you, and you make eye contact with them, and you start to see them all move away.
Shady fucks.
And the
I'd like to point out I did swear as a child. So this is legit.
all of the mirrors are all different sizes and shapes and orientations. Like they're not all like static squares, you know.
Sweet. This is creepy as shit. I love this. Thank you, Jake. I'm gonna find one that will fit through. Is there a like compact?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick that one up.
Yeah, you pick it up, and you walk over, and it can slide through the slats in your door.
Just be like real careful. They're creepy mirrors. They're not normal.
Oh, okay. And she grabs the mirror and looks in the mirror to see what's different about it. Does she see anything weird in the mirror?
You see the Weaver in the mirror as a reflection.
Yeah, these are not normal mirrors. And she like rushes it over to Tren's slot. You needed the mirror, right?
Yeah, safe fam. I think and
what?
safe?
Okay, yeah, no, take it.
It's Sylvan, don't worry. And I'm gonna take the mirror through the door, and from what I understand, they said the door is wooden, right?
The door is wooden, correct.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over to the pipe with the piece of wood block in it. Can I just pull it out, or is it stuck?
No, it's stuck.
Okay. Is this oriented in a way where I could probably reflect a light at the block of wood?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm gonna reflect the light at the block of wood and wait for it to.
You see the beam of light hit the mirror and hit the piece, and as you move it over, it hits it, and you can see it start to smoke and start to sizzle. The light Luon wood itself literally just burns, and you can see it catch fire, and the rushing water that is pushing through breaks away the remainder of the wood and down pours water into this bucket.
Easy. Okay. Someone needed water, right?
Yeah, we should probably stop Sona from burning.
And so it's getting hot. And Leni, you can see that the flames have now, instead of licking along the sides, they're now taller than the coffin itself. And Vald, you start to notice that the reflections put their hand against the mirror, and you start to see their hands
Oh, no.
slowly move
Oh.
out of the mirror.
Oh no.
Guys,
I'm moving as quickly as possible. Okay.
I think I need water.
Yeah,
I think
we're
I need
trying.
Guys,
water.
the mirror guys are coming.
Fan yourself.
to me.
Fan yourself.
Okay. Once I have the bucket filled and everything, I'm gonna turn the light and aim for the hinges of the door.
Mhm.
Like around the wood around the hinges of the door, and start burning from there.
Absolutely. And you start to see the smoke start to sizzle, and you start to see the wood itself kind of break down as the fire starts to light and burn on the hinges. And as soon as you see flames, you move it to the other hinge. And again, you do the same exact thing. At this time, you can see a second hand exit the mirrors. Grabbing at the sides of the mirrors, it starts to pull its body through. Sona, you're getting so hot in here that it's getting difficult for you to even keep your eyes open. Rex, how is your measurements going?
I'd like to think it's better than Rex than it is for Sam.
So I will say you are down to 4 coins. You know, one of the 4 coins is the bad coin. And you've got
Well, no, I'm still down to 8.
No, because you took
Oh, because you're assuming it's up from the later. Well, but the problem is I haven't weighed the third set to know whether it's like how these are with respect to each other, right?
so since you know that it is a lighter of the coins, right? So all 12 or 11 coins will weigh the same. The one that is bad will weigh less. So if you took 2 stacks of 4 and put it on and they weighed the same, you would
Yeah, now I
know.
can try to do the group of 2.
Yeah. So now you're down to 4 coins because you know that the first group you did, you had one that weighed less than the others.
That's why they never tell you the weight on this puzzle, I suppose. Because then you do the 2 and 2.
Yeah. So you now
Which
have
is-
4 coins that you know one of those 4 coins are bad.
Yeah. What kind of spokes do I have in my chair? I'm gonna weigh the stacks, the 2 coins each from the light stacks against each other. But also, yeah.
What kind
I'd
of
like to
spokes
break.
do you want to have in your chair? I
I
don't
would
know.
rather fiber or wire. And one is better at hacking weird actuation mechanisms than the other.
Then you can have that one, whichever one that is.
All right. That means I have more spokes as well, since wire rails tend to come with a few more spokes. It's going to be out of true, but I don't care. I'm going to continue doing my homework. But
Okay. So you take the 2 stacks of 2 and you weigh them, and one of the 2 is lighter than the other. So you now are down to 2 coins, and you've got 1 measurement left.
Perfect. So those will happen. Is there any room that I can run that wire down under? I'm assuming the scale has to be affixed, but not perfectly affixed, in order to actuate the mechanism. There's the homework. And then there's the homework you give yourself.
Sure. So it is on the platform, and I think with a bronze score, I would say with a bronze roll, I would say you'd be able to kind of move it enough to be able to get some space between the platform and the scale itself to possibly run that wire down through that you're thinking.
Well, that isn't promising.
So if you'd like to roll me a brawn roll.
Yeah, like I said, that isn't promising.
I mean, I would accept fight as well.
I would love to fight.
Sure.
That's just me.
I would say you know, instead of like using just pure strength, you just kind of like elbow it, maybe like.
Yeah, just that one simple sharp move.
Yeah.
Try to keep it. Like when you're inking drawings, you're supposed to do it in one smooth gesture. If you do it slower, it's more trembly. Anyway, that's a 2, so I might as well have been rolling on the D4.
Yeah, you hit it and it doesn't seem like it moves at all.
Okay.
So
All right.
the door to Tren's room falls down, and for a second there's a beam of light heading right towards you, Leni, and you kind of
Oh,
like
I wouldn't have waited for it to fall down. I just wanted to weaken the wood. I would just kick it down
Okay.
after that from the
Okay, cool.
hinges.
So yeah, you
Um,
see that Tren kick the door as it has been weakened and it falls to the floor.
Looks like I got to burn something first. But I've got the water. Who needs the water again?
Yeah, over there,
So-
and she
okay.
points over to like the black casket.
Oh.
Yeah,
The
take
okay.
it.
flaming black casket.
My favorite indie rock band.
I'm gonna rush over. So it's just an open doorway, right? There's no actual
Yeah.
door. And then
There's no door.
I'm gonna throw water onto the flames.
And with that, you see the flames just and douse, and steam just emanates from this weakened coffin, and you can actually see small bits of light, Sona, as you're still not all the way there because this was extremely hot and you're probably very dehydrated as the liquid in your body starts to kind of evaporate. You can see little holes and you could probably start to push or hit your way out if you would like to try.
Yeah.
Lenny would also be hitting from the other side, seeing that the wood is weakened.
Anyone
So,
that wants to
assist
attempt,
in
anyone
whatever.
that wants to assist, roll me a fight roll.
Ooh, fight. Okay.
A fight roll?
What happens when
Do I have to
when
roll
you
a
rolled
fight
a
roll
max
too?
number on your die?
If you roll the max number,
You
you
explode.
take that number and then you roll the dice again and add the new number. Now, let's just say you rolled a 12 and then the second time you rolled a 12, it's a 24 and you get to roll the dice a third time. You continuously get to roll until
Split.
yeah.
Okay,
I
that's so
rolled a 36.
Holy shit!
I don't want to brag. I did get a 7. So
Damn!
Well, you turned him
alright.
up, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
yeah, I
Sonia,
got
did you
weighted
roll?
dice.
Well, that's because Trend is using them die hard dice.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Sono, do you want to tell us what you rolled? I mean, a 36 is going to get you out, but I'm just curious if you even rolled.
I'm rolling a fight. Oh wow, that's okay. I got a 5.
Nice. Let's go.
I did explode, but I got a 5.
And sure enough, with the 36, the casket collapses and Sona rolls out the side, holding what looks to be a small stone that has a small flame that is emanating off of the top of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just see this 9-year-old child just drenched in sweat and just not looking okay.
Hey, if you want water, some water. There's some water flowing out the pipes in the room I was just in. Who needed fire?
Yeah, can I use that? We need to get that rope.
Can I have the bucket?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll trade. Yeah.
And
And-
Son is just gonna like
You just
limp to the
down the hall, you just hear, guys, the mirror's
That
doing
wa-
weird shit again.
Don't
And-
trust those mirrors. Just close your eyes for a bit.
As
I
the
don't think that's gonna
faces
help.
come out of the mirror, they step out, and you notice that they're not you. They're elongated, uncanny valley versions of yourself, of weird distortions as they escape out of the mirror. They have longer arms and longer heads, and they start to step out, and you can hear them just
I don't like you.
sorry.
Yeah,
Breath-
tell 'em
breath
off.
stinks.
Lenny's running over to the rope, by the way, with the firestone lighter thing.
Sure. And with that, I assume you hold it up to the rope,
Yeah.
and the rope itself starts to singe, and it starts to burn, and it gets loose enough that you're able to pull on the door. And there you see Rex in the center of the room trying to finagle with the scale with 2 coins remaining. Rex, what would you like to do?
So I'm like trying with the wire, and with my other hand, I'm just putting the coins on the scale I don't know that I've clocked yet that they're in, just to see which of the remainder between the two of them is lighter.
Yeah, and the second scale, you put the 2 on, and one of them is lighter than the other one. And this time, instead of hearing a click, it just stops.
Damn.
And the last unweighted coin sits there on the scale.
Oh, hi.
Hi, did you figure it out?
Yeah, there's those are all real coins.
Perfect. Where's the fake one?
Why do you need a fake coin?
I don't know. I think we need the fake one.
That's criminal.
Well, I don't
You
think we're
ju-
gonna spend it.
You
We just
hear
save-
like mirrors smashing and no means no, just being screamed from down the hall.
we just need the fake coin. We'll figure it out later. I promise. I can give it back probably.
I'll trade you for that stone.
Oh yeah, I don't want it. Sure.
I
Fake coin
gladly
stone?
hang over the counterfeit coin in exchange for the arson starter.
And Leni takes off with the coin, running to where she's hearing glass shattering and screaming of no means no.
That's my purse. That's what I hear.
As Liv says, it's no means no.
No means no.
No means no.
No means
It's
no.
literally, she's not even smashing them. She's like getting the other mirrors and like smashing them over this thing's head.
Those are egg weapons.
She's pissed.
And it doesn't take long before you see a hand with a coin poking through the slots.
Take
And
it,
you
take it.
You take the coin, you place it in the slot, and you hear it fall down, and you turn the crank, and the crank is unlocked. And as you spin it, you can hear the lock unlatching, and the door swings open. And the 5 of you are now all unlocked out of your rooms, and you just hear, "Very good, children. Very good. You've all done such an amazing job. I couldn't have done it better myself. Congratulations. Go ahead and open the door." And a 6th door, which didn't seem to be there before, now appears, and it opens. And it's a dark hallway beckoning you all there.
Do I still see the Weaver up above?
Yes.
Hey, Sona, you good?
Yeah. If she wasn't dehydrated as fuck, she'd be crying.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
He tried to kill us.
I mean, we didn't die, so.
You're okay with that?
Father wouldn't actually hurt us.
Yeah.
You were literally almost on fire. Completely.
Almost.
And the mirrors were coming at you, or were you okay in there?
I mean, yeah, I got out. I mean, creepy thing isn't coming out anymore.
Rex? Were you good?
Oh yeah. I'm fine. Jake, a whole lot of this space is wood. The ceiling had wood beams. The doors were all described as wood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm locking eyes with Leni, saying I'm fine, and I'd like to hold the firestone up against one of those wooden objects for a sustained period of time. We
Sure.
don't need no water.
and sure enough, you hold it against a beam, and it takes a minute or so to light, as the little fire starter isn't nearly as strong as the beam of like pure energy coming in through Tren's room. But you know that you could probably leave it there for a little bit, and it would sure enough start a fire. And
Hey. We didn't start the fire.
as the door opens, you see father at the door. Now, let's go. Let's get you to your rooms. You deserve a great meal. You guys all passed. Sadly, we cannot say the same for the other group. And he turns away and walks down the hallway, waiting for you all to follow.
I'm honestly surprised they got that far in the first place, and Trent is gonna walk down.
Yeah,
follow father.
we're still like in school technically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd follow after.
Boulder's skipping after. She don't give a shit.
Leni is
Hey, Sona,
still
wait up.
behind.
Oh, okay.
I passed her some gummies I was keeping in my chair. You were looking kind of
Again.
rough.
Again, if she wasn't dehydrated, they'd be crying. Just thanks.
Eat those. You need blood sugar.
And I'm gonna walk alongside Rex and munch on my gummies as we make our way down the hall.
Good.
Do you want me to bring you more water?
Father will give me some. It's okay.
You all really trust him. Completely.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we?
I mean, what if I would have messed up?
Leni, you're too smart for that.
Leni, are you going to follow them down the hallway?
She wants to stay back and try to see if she can get the attention of the Weaver.
The Weaver has
Don't
not...
wait up too long. I lit it on fire.
The Weaver has not... The Weaver has not stopped looking at you this entire time.
She, like, waves at the Weaver.
And as you do that, she pulls a string and takes a piece of scissors and cuts it. And at that moment, you move forward in time and you're all sitting at the table. And food has been prepped for all of you. And you're all sitting there munching on things. As you're all eating, you can see that what looks to be like a wheelbarrow being pushed through the lunch area. And as that happens, you see that there's a cloth over the wheelbarrow. And the cloth gets caught on one of the tables and pulls off. And on that wheelbarrow, you see your 5 other classmates. On the top, though, the thing that burns into your mind is that face is extremely familiar. You look very closely as they stop and start to put the cloth back over to not subject you to this. The face is the face of Mal, who is played by Blythe.
Adult face or child face?
It is child face Mal. But you recognize it. You know that face. And they quickly cover it up and they wheel it away. And Father comes in quickly afterwards and says, again, congratulations, all of you did so well. I think this is a great opportunity for you to spend the rest of the evening relaxing and playing. And with that, he snaps his fingers and you all move back.
Hey, Sona fam, are you gonna finish that? I'm just gonna grab like food from Sona's plate and start.
Oh,
Trent!
that's so gross. And she does the same thing.
Are
Leni,
you
okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You're just fine with all the death and everything.
What?
Like those were
I took my lunch.
That is not the worst
You
thing
can
that has
have my
just happened.
vegetables, okay?
This is the worst thing that's ever happened to
Balls-
anybody
balls-
ever.
You were
Roll
just
puts
in a
back the half-eaten on the plate. There you go.
just burning alive in a casket.
What?
Yeah, but that
sounds
happened
sick.
like
What?
that. What are you
don't rem-
talking about?
You don't remember that at all? It was just a moment ago, I think.
You're weird.
We were all trapped. I'm not the weird one here. You guys were just totally fine with everything that just happened. We were trapped, and you all were gonna die, and I had to fix everything and make sure that you didn't. And
Hey, Lenny, did you eat cheese before you went to sleep last night? It can
That's
make you have
bad,
nightmares.
Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too.
oh,
I heard that's not a thing. I heard they just like made it up so that we wouldn't eat the good cheese.
Oh, I love cheese though.
Exactly. We can't let them stop us.
It's a trick. I like it.
Lenny, I know you don't like class, but like it's not that bad.
I
Like
mean,
school
fractions
sucks.
suck.
But...
you weren't doing. Are you okay? And she just like slaps her hand against your forehead.
I immediately start to tear up because you technically slapped me.
You're fucking fine. Please. Does she feel hot at all?
Yeah. Clammy.
Oh.
I would say clammy mostly.
Yeah. I think you have a fever, maybe, or you're sweaty. You were literally just almost burning alive.
Okay, if you have a fever,
Yeah,
maybe we should get you to lie down, huh?
Yeah, Lenny, you should take Sona to lie down and like slowly trying to reach over for Lenny's food.
Bolt
Leni
smacks
has
him with the chicken
no
leg.
appetite, so she does not defend her food at all.
Can't relate.
Sona, do you want to go lie down or something? I can walk with you. I'm not hungry anyways.
Okay.
Are you sure you all are okay?
Yeah. Are you?
I don't know. And she kind of, as she turns around, like reaches and like pinches her leg really hard because she is not sure if she's dreaming or what, because she knows this weird fucking shit just happened and everyone is acting normal.
And sure enough, you pinch yourself and it hurts. Oh, but you have not changed any sort of reality. You're still here.
Yep.
Vold sees that and is just like, hell yeah, and just starts pinching people.
Ow!
Ow!
And as they're causing a scene, Leni looks around for the Weaver.
Sure enough, you look around, and while this room used to, in the very beginning, be filled with kids playing and throwing food around and eating, it is now an empty cafeteria. And as you kind of look around, you can see that the Weaver staring at you behind the line in which food is gathered. And she just looks at you.
Sona?
Yeah.
Do you see that lady over there?
I mean, I turned to look.
And you do not see anything over there.
No.
Okay. Have you ever seen weird things that other people can't see?
No. Like, sometimes I think I see rainbows, and then my mom would be like, no, you don't see anything. And then I'd like tell her, no, I do. And then I try to get her to see it. And she always told me to like stop daydreaming. But
I don't think I'm daydreaming. So that sounds nice. I'm not experiencing nice right now. Aren't you kind of weirded out that our classmates kind of just disappear?
Well, you know, Mom said that when I came to this school, it was because I was gifted. And I guess it's kind of like a competition. And we're just more gifted than the other kids. Although I guess maybe when they're done, they get to go home. And I kind of like to go home.
How long have you been here?
You try to think back, and you've been here maybe probably about a year and a half now.
Like a year or something. I was like 8 when I came here.
Okay. Have you heard from anyone since you've been here? Your parents or
At this,
classmates?
again, you see Soda's like lips start to quiver. No. And I miss my mom. I miss my dad. But I'm here because I'm gifted, and that's a good thing. So,
But what does that mean, really? We're gifted, but we don't get to see our family, and that doesn't really feel like a gift.
well, we have Father, and Rex, and Trend, and Vold. And you're kind of silly, but we have you too.
I know you don't believe me, and I know you all think I'm losing my mind or whatever, but I don't trust Father. I don't think he is who you think he is. He's not kind. He's not caring for you.
Well, just because
He-
just because he's hard on you in class doesn't mean he's bad.
I really don't remember anything that just happened. Al, what is the last thing you remember before we were sitting here and eating?
Well, we walked into class and Father started like our regular meditation, and honestly, school's so boring. I kind of forget most of what happened. Like I know we did stuff, like we studied and stuff, but oh, and then I like pull out the gummy bears. Or not, yeah, the candy. And Rex gave me these. You want one?
No, I don't think I have an appetite right now.
You know, you should eat. Father doesn't like it when we don't eat because then we can't grow up and get strong.
I've always
And-
kind of been small.
And with that, the weaver pulls a string, and she takes her scissors and she snips a cord again. At this, you're all pushed forward years in advance. You're now teenagers. You've been going through this for a while. You all have grown in strength in both brawn and brain and power. Instead of other students, though, it seems like there's more guards. People at the doors guiding you from direction to direction. Before it was just Father. But then as you got older, wanted more freedom, he had to do what he could to rein that in, to tighten that down. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take our break. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes to continue the rest of Leni's dream. We'll be right back.
I forgot.
Okay, so I have to go back to the story, Sam, of us getting in trouble. I think you said, I think the word tits were said, tits and murder, and it caught it
Oh
on
no,
the
tits and murder!
yeah,
Yeah,
tits
good
and murder was
times.
caught. Yep. And then B Dave does the same thing, and that was
Who
caught
do you think
on
you learned it from?
yeah, I know. And that was caught on Idle Champions, and we had to go through and edit.
No. Oh no.
They're like,
It's
well,
Liv
it's
was with me when we poisoned those captions on Rule of
Oh.
Lore too.
yeah. It was funny because they're like,
We
well,
did.
it's
I
funny.
remember that.
Well, it's funny and we appreciate it. It is not a part of the brand, and we must correct that.
Hey, titties are not part of my brand.
Titties are 100% my brand. Like, I feel offended.
I
See,
wish.
and I feel like I want to like make space and like not get into your thing. So like in that, I
Yeah, we want to
decided to
we
do
want
my
to keep out of your
chest
titty
and to
space.
yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that, guys.
Everybody's brand is unique. We love a no titty brand. We love a big titty brand.
Mhm.
Maybe
Yeah.
one day I'll have a titty brand.
Oh my god! Okay, sorry. I wasn't gonna bring it up. I was like,
Okay, brand your titties.
listen, I'm just sitting here and saying that like
You can do
it. The small titty brand could really use some investors.
Chunks.
Oh, honey, drop me a Kofi. Drop me.
Oh my god, not dropping my
I'll send you some small titty
How are you
ones.
doing, Jake?
Look,
People
I mean-
come in and they're like, "I'm so happy you're not a titty streamer." I'm like, "Shut up!"
Wait, this
Don't
I
rub
saw
it
someone
in.
actually came in saying that.
Let's be
Oh,
real.
God.
I am forever
There
going
is-
to do that. You know
so
that, right? I'm gonna
funny.
see you stream and
Oh,
be like,
yeah.
I love me some titty streaming. We're gonna pump that up. We're gonna encourage it.
Finally, someone recognized.
There is no room for big titties with how incredibly amazing and big your personality is. That's the thing. You got to even that shit
You're
out.
so
Okay.
right.
All right, and
How
to-
Brandon
dare
doesn't-
you.
this is
That's
the
why I have
worst
big
part,
tits. I have a
is
shit
because
personality.
I love tits, and it's very difficult for me to get back on topic because all I keep thinking about is boobs.
Tits,
But
tits,
look,
tits,
look,
tits.
We're
Look,
getting
look,
into character as teenagers,
So,
okay?
Yes,
That's
that's true.
so-
And you know what? After the show, Sam, remind me, because every time tits are brought up around you, the same story pops in my head, and I don't know if it's appropriate to say on Twitch. So I will wait until afterwards to remind you of a
Interesting.
story. It is a story that happened with us and Eric Campbell. So
Those are three people with no tits between us. So I'm so curious about where this goes.
so again, remind me after the show.
I will.
So we have adventured forward years in advance. Again, Leni, this has been mere seconds to you, but everyone else, this has been years for you. You have had that time to bond. You've had that time to grow closer together, both as friends and as soldiers. Two separate personalities for some of you. And for some of you, it's the same, just masked slightly. And then there's Leni, who didn't see any of that. That these teenagers, while they look familiar, they look like the people that she saw just seconds ago, but they are now grown. They've left that baby face look of a 9-year-old and now are, while teenagers, still children. You all wake up in the dorms. You all are in the same room together. And the door opens and a guard comes in. Time for breakfast. Get up and go. And he turns us around and walks out of the room, waiting for all of you to get up and get ready.
Oh, god damn it.
Morning.
Morning.
Mm.
Hi.
Hey, we probably should get up. We're gonna get in trouble if we make them wait any longer.
But slave.
Okay. All right, everybody, we're gonna get up in 3, 2, 1.
You hear a thud as Trent just rolls out of bed and just lays on the floor for a bit. Oh, okay, I just need the shock to wake me up. Okay, I'm good. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Sona's gonna get up. Who between the three of y'all is probably the heaviest sleeper?
I think Rex is still really giving it the old pre-college try. So probably that.
Mhm.
Can we stats
Okay.
on? Because I That's such a fucking teenager Aussie thing to do.
I don't know what that is. So yes.
Oh,
Do
let
what?
me show you what stacks on is. So Bold gets up, like still bleary as shit, sees that Rex is still laying down, and just goes, "Stacks on!" and just like falls backwards and like lays down right on top of you, and it full on expects all of you to pile on top. That is what stacks on is.
Amazing.
Trend is like, this is my favorite part of the day, and just like dives off.
Stop! God! Oh my God! Stop!
Come
Stop!
to
Rex.
us.
If you don't do it too, they'll never stop squishing me.
It's true.
They're right.
Sona goes.
I'm dying.
I know. Sona goes, sits on the edge of the bed, and like just leans so that they're technically on top of Trent.
We're not letting the technicality go this time, okay? You have to get on.
Yeah.
I don't actually do it. I just throw my arms in.
You guys, stop.
What?
I can't feel my legs.
That's not funny. Stop.
Okay, that was good. That never gets
that was
old.
fantastic.
Okay.
Oh my god. Bolt like kicks Trent off back onto the ground and
Trent rolls off.
Rex.
Sona's gonna go over to Leni. What's Lenny's? What are you doing?
Lenny's like taking it all in and just seeing everyone like kind of pile on each other, and is kind of feels a little bit of the sleep, so is like wiping sleep from her eyes while watching all of you.
Sona's gonna walk over and kind of just like lean down and just, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Bolt flips back and does the exact same thing on Leni. then starts tapping and just going,
No.
You're normally like full on stacks on. What's up? Get up.
Yeah, sorry. I think I just feel weird today.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
He jumps off.
I mean, it's Leni. Like,
Hey, Sona, can I borrow a hairband real quick? I lost mine.
me? Yeah. Let's see. And I go over. I'm like, you want like hairband? Do you want satin? Like, what's up? What do you want?
Just a
Really, really
hairband.
want? Okay.
I know I'm going to end up losing it, so nothing fancy.
You can't keep losing my stuff.
How do you keep doing this?
Your guess is as good as mine, honestly.
Well, stop getting your face rubbed in the dirt. Maybe you wouldn't
Thank
lose
you.
them.
It's
I-
true.
I like to get down and dirty, okay? We should get going. Lenny, you good?
Ew.
Ew.
I have a legitimate question, which is: has any of your hair routines improved since you were all 9, or are you all?
Do we get to do the hair braiding circle like as
If you-
RP?
That's part of the morning routine. That's part of why we wake up so early.
Yeah, we
Oh,
all
yeah.
together and we all
Yeah.
braid each other's
I know.
hair.
I
yeah.
do night braiding, I think, at the sort of amount of wave slash curl.
Yeah.
The overnight braid is the play, and then as you
Yes.
get tighter curls, the play changes. So they're undoing some of that. And I think they'll take the hairband at the end of the braid when they hear Trend say that about constantly losing them. They're going to wind theirs around their wheelchair brake, so they'll have a spare for later when he
Wow.
inevitably loses it. Best place to keep a hair tie. When I
Yeah.
best place.
It's true.
Hair ties and
It's
spare
true.
keys. And nope, can't say that on stream.
Sona, sorry, you're like sending me back to my Disney days. Fun fact, it was once upon a time was not Disney look to keep hairbands on your wrist. So you had to put them on your water bottle. Anyway,
But then how do people know your bite anyway?
They play
That's what
Typhlings.
I'm-
They watch you sit in a chair.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
You can't see what's going on here, but
They got you on both fronts. That's wild. Wow, they flanked your ass.
please.
Yeah.
Happy
Sona-
Pride.
Happy Pride, happy Wrath, baby. Sona like now that everybody's up, Sona's like in the mirror, like brushing all of her hair back into just like one big poofy bun. Cause I think she is the end of this hairline. Like that's all she needs. So she like pats her lap. I don't think anybody would sit on her lap, but like I'm ready. So
You know what?
whoever sits there gets
Trend is
work
gonna
done
sit there.
first.
Trend is gonna sit. Just bulky Trend is just sits
I
in
was
your lap.
2 seconds from like saying that as well. But also I think my brain was like, yes, Valkyrie would absolutely sit in Liv's lap. Yes, yes. Mhm, mhm.
Sona's gonna lean up into Trent's ear and just like, your ass is too bony. Get off.
My ass is plump enough.
Ew.
Debatable.
Okay.
I shove you onto the ground. Or at least I try. I don't know.
I would. This is definitely a place that he'll fall over and let you like move him to the ground.
And then I like grab your head and I'm just like,
Okay.
okay.
Relax.
And I definitely make sure to pull very hard on the on your curls.
So
Ow.
Sona is working on Trend's hair. Is Trend working on someone else's hair?
I'll work on Rex. Do you want to get your hair worked on?
Yeah, so Rex will probably just like tip the whole damn chair back toward you.
Yeah.
So like the back of the chair will hit your chest, and their brain, they will just be right in your face. It will be
Yeah, I'll be-
exceptionally in your face. And
God, what would I
the front
do?
will up.
I mean, and I'm strong pretty broad enough, so I'll just like hold the weight as well. So like I think like if it was anyone else, they'd be like, this is very precarious and very dangerous. But we're like, this guy's pretty much a wall, so it's fine. And I'll start working on Rex's hair. What would Rex like, I suppose?
Ooh.
he takes
Oh,
he takes
he does your best?
yeah, he takes a crest.
Okay, so then they look over their shoulder like zigzag braid, zigzag braid, zigzag braid.
Okay, on it. And start doing a zigzag braid. Oh my, that's very funny because my sister just did zigzag braid the other day. So that's very funny too.
It was the coolest thing. I never did with I had braids constantly growing up, and I never had a zigzag braid.
Well, that's what role playing is for, as
Exactly.
Trends, the zigzag braids for Rex.
Yeah, and I think Sona's just like just picking out your fro. I'm assuming that's what you're still rocking at
Yeah.
this time. Yeah. And as I'm doing that, I'm just like, Leni, do you want anything, hon?
And Leni is kind of standing by herself, like trying to brush through her super long hair by
Oh my
herself. Just like it's flowing,
I
and
look
she's
at-
trying to like
Vol comes over
Yeah.
and it's just like, good, sit, and like just does like, like full on.
I'm just like saying, like, you should just cut it.
Absolutely.
I like it long.
Yeah, you should keep it
I like
long.
it this way. Do you think it looks bad?
No, you're
it looks
pretty.
great.
You're so pretty.
Why'd they say it like that?
They mean it. It's just how they. Yeah, you're on it. You're buff, okay?
They're just trying to make you feel conscious about being short.
She kind of
Right.
flexes. She's like,
I mean, not like it's
right.
Sylvan. It means pretty in Sylvan. It's
Right buff.
Right, Bob.
bare buff,
Bare
Okay,
buff.
Bob.
And
Bare buff.
as you all are kind of in this train of hair doing, the guard comes back in with a baton this time, hits the side of the door and says, "Come on!"
I think Trend instinctively not jumps up because he's got the wheelchair rested on them, but braces and stuff as if they're about to move in front of, as a meat shield essentially, just instinct to be meat shield.
Sorry, just getting ready.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready. Who else needs things?
I'm good, I think.
False
You didn't
just
have to
finishing
come in here
a break.
aggressively.
Sona runs to the front of the group and we just, we want to look proper for father and like the day and everything.
He seems to be like he just does not care and turns and walks away without even saying anything.
Fucking waste, man. Okay,
What's
let's
up
go.
his butt?
I know.
Someone
Nothing
needs to
fun.
get laid.
No.
Do you all head down the hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Leni, you're the last one to exit the room, and as you do that, something makes you turn the opposite direction. And when you do, you see the Weaver again. They're sitting crisscross on the ground, weaving what seems to be, at this point, a tapestry. And as you see it, it looks like they have gone back and they have reworked it, because you can see that there's knots in what seems to be this beautiful tapestry that's being made, that there are lumps, that there are pieces that aren't quite correct, and you see them watching you as they weave.
She starts walking towards them. Hey, who are you? I keep seeing you. Who are you? What are you doing?
You don't recognize me, child?
Well, I've seen you, but I don't have a name or anything like that.
You can call me Grandmother Spider.
Like my actual grandmother? Or is it like the whole father thing, not actually my father?
And she smiles and just continues to weave, and she goes, "It saddens me that a child as yourself has not grown to know where your culture comes from. As a fetchling, you know that you do not come from this plane of existence.
Yeah.
You come from the shadow plane and escaped. Well, at least your family did, years ago. We are akin with each other. I'm here to correct a wrong that has been done." She continues to weave, "But that's for later." And she pulls a string, she takes her scissors, and she
Okay.
snips it. And right as the blade hits it again, boom, you flash forward. You're in class, and Father's at the front, and he's walking back and forth. He goes, "All right, children, you have all been doing so excellent, so exceptionally well. Especially you, Rex. There's something about you, Rex. You're doing something that I'm not quite sure how you're doing it, but you're doing it, and I want you to know you're doing a great job."
I'm so glad it pleases you, Father.
Everyone, you should all take a look at Rex and be more like them. In this world and the next. But it's time for our daily meditation. And he begins his process, walking back and forth. The children, bored and not willing or wanting to be there, quickly sitting up straight. Change almost complete personalities, unknowing of what they are before this moment and what they are after. You see that they all do the same thing. Leni, roll me a brain roll.
That's the big one from Leni.
I know in my heart of hearts that's a D4.
Oh yeah.
A D2 if it could be.
Not.
Oh.
Got a D8, baby.
Oh yeah.
But it don't matter. That's a 3.
Yeah, you look around the room and you see everyone sitting up straight, and you're the only one that's not.
She leans over again. I think Rex is the one that's closest.
Yep.
So is that supposed to mean something to me when that
Play along.
Damn.
Do it now.
Okay. She immediately straightens up and just kind of side eyes and then just looks forward.
Yep. I look around real quick just to check that no one saw that she did that and she's in line and she's in order.
Yep, and roll me a brain roll as well.
All right. It's not a D4.
God.
That's a 17.
A 17, yeah, you're in the clear, 100%.
Okay. All right. Then before Father turns out, I sit up. I sit up straight too, and I look straight ahead.
And as straight as you can be. The father walks back and forth and says the same words that he says every morning, the same words that you have heard repeated over and over again. And he goes, "Today is training day. As always, we're going to do a little bit of hand-to-hand combat with each other. Everyone line up outside and head to the combat room." Now, all of you know where this is. Leni, you're not really familiar with the area, but you kind of can catch along and follow everyone. Is anyone planning to do anything else other than get up and walk over? The father leaves immediately, is not sticking around. So you are currently unsupervised for the moment.
I would go.
Yeah. I would
Okay.
go as well.
All right. Leni, Rex.
I think Lenny's looking to Rex for next move because she realizes that they might not fully be in a trance or something. They responded, so.
Did it not hit you?
No. I don't feel any.
Good. Be careful. They don't know.
I won't tell
I
them
thought I was the
anything.
only one. Help them?
Yeah, how do we help them? What do we do?
When we're in class, we keep them alive. And
Okay.
when we're not, we keep them who they really are.
I can do that, I think.
You are staying there for a minute, and you know that if you don't go quickly, that they'll know. So the two of you move over and get in line as they head down the pathway towards the training room. And again, you see the Weaver in the corner of your eye pulling a string and snipping the string. And we fast forward to that night. Trend, you're not really sure, but man, your rib really hurts. Vol, you're not really sure, but you've got pieces of tissue stuffed up your nose. Sona, you're very much bringing a black eye in. And Rex and Sona, or Rex and Leni, you know that day you all fought. You know Trend has a broken rib. You know that Vald has a broken nose. And you know that Sona not only has a bruised eye, but more than likely probably dislocated their shoulder as well. You and me both. This one right here.
I was like, you did that just to trigger me.
Right here. Oh.
The secret is I fucked up my back right in my shoulder blades working out this week. That's the secret.
Hey.
No, this one just pops randomly. You're all back to your child forms, but you're not really sure why you're in pain, but it's kind of happens sometimes. The only two people that know is Leni and Rex. And you all are in your room. It's almost bedtime, just mere 30 minutes before lights out.
Oh, I think I'm probably not going to roll out of bed the way I did this morning. I think I might have landed weird.
Oh.
Landed on me. That was your problem. Shouldn't have gone stacks
Hey.
on these bones. I just make
It's-
elbows. Very sharp elbows.
It's part of the morning tradition. You know, we have to.
I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
I keep
Like,
getting
carefully?
nosebleeds. This sucks.
Is your nose okay?
Yeah. I don't know. It just happens, you know. Probably like weak blood vessels or something.
Maybe
like a
it's
bitch,
like
though.
your sinuses. Like maybe you have allergies.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Probably allergic to Tren.
Hey, I'm going to sleep.
Good night.
Whatever. It's like rolls over in bed.
It just goes, ow!
Yeah, like Sona like flops into bed like one usually would and holds back just barely a scream of pain because I think she landed on that shoulder, but
Yeah.
tries to just
Volda stack the pillows so like her head is up so she doesn't choke on any blood in it.
Sona, as you're laying in your pain, you're like, ugh. It's always my responsibility to deal with this.
Oh
You-
yeah. I like I try to like lay there and then I roll over and I roll over. Okay, everybody line up. Line up.
Okay, thank you. And Tren jumps up and then
Sorry,
winces
this
again.
is me, Liv the player. I forgot. And I Trent comes over and I just like put my hands over their ribs, like on their sides and stomach.
And sure enough, Trent, you feel a sharp pain.
Oh.
An instant relief. Oh.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. Thank you.
Bald.
Me next. Like puts
I like-
her face in your hands.
Yeah, I like use my thumbs to touch either side of your nose.
Ah.
And again, the same thing happens. An extreme buildup of pain and pressure, and then instant.
Thank you.
And I think when we had walked in, because like I had covered my eye, so I think in that moment, Sona had like healed her eye.
Oh, really?
So
Because I was
now-
about to reach up and smoosh your own
I
hand
like
on your
that
face.
now.
You know what? Yeah, I like that more.
The reach of the shoulder. Because can't bend very well.
Yeah, I think I do think Rex does that. And Sona's like, I'm fine. Like I'll just sleep it off. I'm fine.
You are fine. You're super fine. And you know, I think you actually look better as a pirate with your own hand eye patch.
Oh my god,
This should be the permanent look.
flirting?
I am. Smooch me now,
Gross.
baby.
Gross.
Get a
We're
room.
all in here.
I'll heal my own eye. I'm sure that hurts so bad.
Yeah, sure enough, you feel the blood vessels tighten and release, and the bruising instantly dissipates within. And you do not actually have to touch the physical part, you just have to touch yourself. So you actually heal your shoulder at the exact same time. And that is when you finally decide, all right, you're ready for bed, because that takes a lot of energy out of you.
Yeah, I immediately just lay back and like within 30 seconds pass out.
I
Mm,
put
I'm
the
out.
blankets over you, and I put a hand on either side of you and go tuck, 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 tuck up your body and just lay it over you a little. Sorry, a little bit. I'm gonna maybe go get some water.
The
Can I
light.
go with you?
Sure.
Hey, can you get me water as well? I come over to get out of bed, but can you get me water?
No,
Yeah.
there's a drought on.
Oh,
Oh,
All yells, get it yourself, and there's a pillow thrown at your head.
God damn it! Uh,
Yeah, stay comfy. Nah.
thank you.
And throw that back.
It's mine now.
Oh,
put it under
fuck
my-
you.
Lenny kind of grabs her pillow as she passes and just like tosses it to Vald and go, "You owe
Thank
me."
you. I always owe you.
Rex and Lenny, you head down the hallway to where the water is. The house is quiet. You've got pretty much the house to yourself, but you know that everyone is outside. They're told to not interact with you unless have to. And so when it is nighttime and you are in your childish form, they step outside, preventing you from leaving and circling the house day and night.
Oh, what exactly is this place? It's not a normal school, right?
This is your first time being awake, isn't it?
Well, I think I've been awake, but time's not moving the same, so I kind of get little bits and pieces and not the whole thing, but I don't think I'm losing memory. Like, you know, I remember when we were sitting there and we had that test and everyone almost died and no one seemed to remember that, but like I remember that. So it's not in the same way that they're forgetting that. I just feel like I'm
Wait.
zooming through.
Which time?
This happens a lot, huh?
That's why we're here. They're training us.
For what?
To be killers. Really, really good ones. And I look back down the hallway where I think I can probably still hear some laughing and like some pillows going thump. Scary good ones.
Kids. Why would they train kids? And why would my parents send me here? Any of our parents.
That one I can't speak to. I didn't exactly get mine. Come on, you know that.
Sorry. Foggy brain, I think.
Right. First day awake. I don't know whether maybe it's because I'm a year older and it works differently on me than it does on everyone else, but I just pretend so they don't know. So I see it every time. I bury my face a little bit in my water bottle for a minute.
Really sorry. Lenny's still being Lenny, doesn't 100% know how to comfort well. But she does try to like put her hand out and kind of touch you. I'm sorry you had to do that alone. I didn't know. Do you think there's a way that we can wake up the others?
I've tried. I tried so hard. I look around and I realize I'm being too loud and I bring it down.
It's okay.
They don't remember. And it's better. better. They shouldn't. But I don't want them here anymore.
Like any of us should be.
I want to burn it down. I want to burn it down.
I'll help you. I will. I'll help you. If you have a plan, if you know what to do, if we can get them out, or if there's a way that we'll get them out, we'll burn this place down, and we'll figure it out from there. Right?
If they can be like how they are in class. I mean, you saw them today. They're unstoppable.
Aren't we kind of unstoppable too? We've been through the same thing. If we can just, I mean, we don't have to kill them. We could just, they get hurt. They clearly get hurt. So what if we're able to, grapple them, get them stuck somehow so that we can take them out? And I don't know, you've been listening to him. Do you know how to snap them out of it afterwards? And then we can go?
Maybe they'll listen to you when they're like that. They didn't listen to me. Can we try?
Yeah.
I don't want to knock. Do you think I can knock out Tren?
No, well, I'm
even shorter than you.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
Good, it'd be good.
yeah.
You can't make fun of a kid in a wheelchair. You know
I wouldn't
that.
make fun of you, but I'm not gonna pull
Why, you
punches. No, I would never be. Just don't
Then
think
we
I need
get
to make
them
fun
out.
of you. I think I could take you out, but yeah.
Then we get them out.
Yeah.
I put up my pinky for a pinky promise because it's serious shit.
We'll get them out. We take out Trend, and I just knock them out. We'll knock them out, and we'll get them out.
Just talk to them first. See if they'll come with us. Like that.
We have to get them before they go into a trance, right? In the morning, when we do our hair, and do a quick talk, we can see.
Sure.
And from that moment, your pinkies touch, and you don't even need to see it. You hear the sound of metal sliding against each other as the thread snips to the next morning. Vald is already standing ready to do stacks. Rex and Leni, you both are already ready. You know that this is the day. One way or another, it has to happen today.
So we're definitely doing stacks on Sona then, if Vald is ready and if Rex and Leni are up ready.
I mean, my ass is knocked out still because I used all my energy healing you
That is true.
ungrateful fucks.
I turn to Vald and just say, heavy or light? What should I go with?
I don't know. How you feeling? You're like,
You know what? I think
so
I don't
you really
want to crush.
You gotta really feel it,
Yeah.
Sanctity.
I'll go with words, like oak. And then as
Yeah.
he says that, his body kind of shifts and changes and his skin looks like oak words as they change their density slightly. He goes, okay, running start. I'm gonna run and then jump and then start.
Volve like grows some vines like around her arms, whips it around him and just follow.
And just land on
Just
Sona.
look at the
Just
loudest
wait.
gross who says,
Good morning.
Good morning.
Rex and Leni, even though the room is filled with laughter, it barely cuts through the weight in which you know needs to happen. The first knock of the morning happens. Get up, it's time to go.
Yeah, we're up. Just give us a bit.
So
Hairline. Oh,
Mhm.
what?
yeah. No, let's get in close. Just to do hair.
Yeah, sure.
Rex and I kind of need to chat with you.
Yeah,
So
what's up?
you don't really remember it or realize this happens, but when we go into the classroom, don't you think it's funny that you can't really remember anything that we learned during the day?
I mean, it's been like that since, honestly, and this is honestly the only and first school I've been to.
Yeah, that's
yeah, pretty
not
boring.
normal. You should normally remember everything, and you come back beaten and bruised and hurt. That's not normal school.
Leni, you've always been like this. Okay,
Rex can back me up.
look at me right now. What did we do play by play, hour by hour 2 years ago? Do you remember? I bet you don't.
2 years?
Yeah. Or like 3 years, or when we were kids. Like, that's just, I remember all the stuff that like we've learned, yeah, but like you're always freaking out about stuff and saying, oh, it's like, you don't remember anything. But like it's not normal to remember everything.
You don't
You're
remember
just
anything from yesterday. Not years ago. Yesterday.
we went to class, we studied, we came back, everybody was feeling a little bit sore, it's a hard day. I healed everybody and then we went to bed. Usual
That's
stuff.
normal.
Yeah.
That's not normal. There's something weird going on. You don't know this, but you're fine in class, and then you go into a trance.
Hey, I want to
when
like
Father
grab
says words.
Lenny's face and like put a hand on their forehead and just, are you okay? Like,
Don't-
are you warm?
I'm not
And
playing.
Listen.
I haven't lost it.
I know, but like the school's been pretty stressful recently, so that's also a thing.
Leni, you're just being silly.
Rex.
Okay. So I have an idea. We
Yeah.
can bet on it. And I
Oh,
look at Leni real quick.
I'm a betting guy kind of person. Yeah, let's go.
So, if something is happening in the classroom, maybe if we couldn't hear it, then it wouldn't happen. So this morning,
Okay.
we prank Father. We all put like some beeswax in our ears.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it's a normal day and everything happens like usual, then we all get to eat Leni's desserts for the next week.
All of them. You can have every single one of them.
I'm down. Let's go.
You know I'm weak for desserts. That's mean.
Okay, so everyone, stuff your ears in whatever way you can. It'll be a little bit weird, but just act normal. Stuff your
Bold,
ears.
Bold creates like some, because cork is a plant. She creates some cork, like effectively earplugs, and then hands them out to everybody.
Okay.
Sona
I'm
just
looking forward to
stares.
desserts.
Sona just stares at them and then looks up at Leni and Rex. I don't know why you're acting like Father's not going to know something's wrong.
What, you can't pretend good enough?
I'm just saying he notices everything. All of the guards notice everything.
And with that, you hear the same sound that you're used to every morning, your second and final warning for breakfast or for morning class, which is the baton hitting the door frame.
Yeah, we're coming. Okay, quick. Let's just change things up with our hair. Okay, like cover our ears. Can we? I don't know if we can all do that.
Hair down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just do a very quick
Make it quick.
hairline.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything goes like real weird, we'll just follow you guys. Not that it is. I'm looking forward to dessert.
I mean, when you hear the words,
me sit
just when you hear the words, just he'll snap, he'll walk through and just stare straight forward. Sit up straight, straight forward. Okay? Shut your mouth. Just
Oh, okay.
If this is
Do
a
it.
prank, this is like the best prank ever. Like,
you'll
I'm
get my
not-
dessert.
Do
It's not
we-
a prank.
Jake, would we recognize what Leni is saying, or would we just be confused? Like, that's a weird fucking sequence.
It just seems like Lenny's trying to play a prank.
Okay, well, Leni's a prankster.
I'll just follow our lead, and then you'll have so much dessert.
Free dessert for me.
I don't know. Some doesn't look like they really want the dessert, so I'll have their cut of it as well.
I just think it's a dumb
You can
prank.
fight me for
Just
it.
go with it for once.
I
Give me
will
this
fight you
one
for it.
prank. Please.
Fine.
Okay. I promise it's for something.
Okay, I trust you.
We should probably add.
It plugs in, I guess.
Yeah.
And you put the earplugs in and you start walking out, rolling out for some of us, down the hall. And again, Len, you're the last one. And you see the Weaver in the back staring at you. This time she interacts with you. She goes, "This is the timeline you choose. Is this the decision that you want?"
What other choice do I have? I have to save my friends.
Well, and she looks up at you and she goes, "You kind of have to make a decision at this moment." And she actually stops weaving. And she looks at you. "You can take the path in which you're taking, and more than likely lose some of your friends. They're not strong enough, the two of you, to take them all. And at least one or two or all of them may die. Your other choice is to take them at their strongest, but you'll still lose your friend, just in a different way." And it's clear that she's allowing you to make the decision. Your friends' lives, but their free will, or their loss of free will, but their lives. And she pulls the string and she holds the scissors to it and she waits. She pauses, staring at you. Make it quickly. And swink, you're in the classroom. Father is about to walk in and you're in there and you see everyone with their corks in their ears, ready to go. They're kind of wiggly, knowing that their excitement in the fact that they're going to finally pull one on Father. You can hear his hollow footsteps down the hall as his heels clack against the floor. What would you like to do, Leni?
Do I see the Weaver in the room?
She is sitting at the father's desk in the front of the class.
Is there anything like? Are there just normal school supplies around, or
A chalkboard, chalk? You're all in desks. Inkwells on the desk, paper within the desk itself.
okay? Are there like any like quills and scissors, or is it just like the ink and?
So there's quills, but when you look more closely, you very much notice that they never get used. The ink itself has dried. It looks like it's more there for show than it is for actual use. And with the knowledge you can tell very easily it's because they're never used. You're not learning like children should learn, you're brought in here as a false pretense onto another.
As he's walking around, she's gonna kind of rummage through and try to find the sharpest item in her desk.
You find what looks to be a ruler and a quill.
She'll grab the ruler, I think,
Okay.
and just wait for him to do his thing.
His footsteps click clack down the hallway into the room. Children, you all got up fairly early this morning. I heard that there wasn't a need for a third knock. I appreciate your improvement. And with that, let's go into our daily meditations. And he starts to walk back and forth. Everyone recognizes the same format. You know that this is the key that they told you to sit up straight and act prim and proper. I would like all of you to roll me a charm roll.
Shit.
Oh boy.
Oh
okay.
no. Nice knowing you guys.
Yeah, same.
I've exploded twice.
Congrats.
You know, we failed this roll. We might explode the other way.
Hey!
I rolled a 13.
Oh,
13?
shit, I exploded once, but yeah, 5.
Ouch. You're a D4?
Yes, I am.
So am I.
I have 5. I have a D6.
A 5, a 5, a 13. Rex, what do you got?
Oh, this is a big 3 from Rex.
Mm.
They might be a little bit worried about making sure they're like demoing properly. Like
Mhm.
usually they just have to keep this for themselves.
Sure. What about Sona?
This is very serendipitous for me personally, and I'll explain off camera, off stream, but I rolled a 17.
Oh.
Sona, you and Trend are doing exceptionally well, but you can see everyone else is looking around a little bit too much, and maybe Valda's a little wiggly because they're not really sure what's going on. And the father stops and he turns slowly to the group. What's wrong? None of you can hear him. And he goes, hello?
Yes, Father?
What's going on?
Something wrong?
And he looks extremely suspicious, and he looks around the group, and he walks over to Trend, and he, without warning, slaps Trend's hand as hard as he can.
Ow! Ow!
What?
Ow.
And he looks pissed, and he grabs Trend by his hair.
Okay, it's go time.
Ow!
Yep. Leni lunges from her desk with the ruler and goes for like his throat, like the side of his throat.
Roll a fight.
I would like to swing just at least on instinct because he grabbed my hair.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
I will join at the earliest appropriate opportunity.
20.
20 for
Damn.
Damn.
I swear.
I rolled
Get it.
a 17.
Okay, Rex, what do you got?
Oh, I wasn't sure if it needed.
Oh yeah, go for it. I want to hear it all.
Okay.
We're
Oh
gonna make-
yeah, absolutely. So Rex is going. Remember that old spoke?
Yep.
Garrot.
Nice. Okay.
Yes.
9.
9. Leni, when you hit father with the ruler, it snaps and breaks and leads for a sharp wooden end. And that's beneficial. While it
Mhm.
didn't hurt that much, it definitely has given you the weapon that you want. And when Tren swings, while in a very awkward position, still lays straight into the father. And it actually
Sorry.
knocks the father back far enough that when Rex rolls up behind, they grab the wire and pull it on the father's neck. And as he goes to scream out, Sona and Vault, you see everyone fighting the father, and you're not sure how to take this or what's going on. And you can see his mouth moving. And for Leni and Rex, the two of you hear him gutter out guards as loud as he can. And while not that loud, it's still loud enough that the guards, you can hear the militarized in sync stomping down the hall.
Would we be able to hear that?
I would say you'd be able to feel that.
Okay. I panic and I'm like looking around desperately, and then I just like grab some of the desk and I start trying to like push them towards the door.
Okay.
What's happening? Like, I've definitely pulled
Um,
my earplugs out by now.
Okay.
Oh, I'd be
And
scared to know.
yep.
I'm not taking those out.
Vault, what are you doing?
Volt's looking around. So, main entrance is the door. Are there any windows? Are they barred?
No windows, just door.
Just door. Fuck. Okay. Any weird shit in the ceiling?
Nope, just ceiling, stone.
Okay.
Oh, once I get to the door and I'm like pushing the desk, I like kind of I start screaming like Vald's name, and I'm like trying to like
Oh no, Volt's already
Yeah.
on that. They just wanted to make sure that we're not fucking
Yeah.
fucking ourselves up. So yeah, like automatically Volt creates like a wall of like really strong vines just to branch out across to try and barricade it.
What is happening? What are we doing? Why are you strangling father? What is happening?
Because he made
And-
killers of us first, and I'm not.
Killers, what are
We're
you
not
talking
going through
about?
that again.
And Lenny jumps over and kind of like straddles him with the ruler up, like pushing against his throat. And she says, "Speak and you die."
And
Lenny?
he
What are we doing?
and he just looks at you. And Leni, this face, you've seen this face so many times. This face has burned into your image, and the hatred that you have every time is only matched in this moment in which you hold this weapon up against him. And you know that it didn't solve it the first time. Killing him the first time didn't solve it, but damn, it might feel good again if you do it again. But he's there and he's just staring at you, and he just mouths family.
Where are they? Does anyone know where their actual families are?
I
Have
was
you heard from
abandoned
them at
a while
all?
ago, so
In the ground.
One of you.
Back home.
mine didn't really want me, so don't really want
My
them.
family's right here. In this classroom.
I mean, yeah. I don't know what's happening. Why are the guards outside? What?
And at that moment, you hear them banging on the door. And
More vines. More vines.
he's looking at you, Leni, and he goes, like, clearly gesturing to allow him to speak.
Do I know the start of the words he says when he puts them in a trance? Like, would I recognize them if he
Yes.
started to say like,
Yes.
okay,
Yes, 100%.
okay. You can speak, but if you even start to say the words, I've killed you before and I'll kill you again.
He looks confused by that statement, but opens his mouth and says, I can take you to your family, but I have to be let go.
They need to be let go too. This needs to be shut down. None of this should happen.
My work's done, so
What does that mean?
do you want your family back or not? You're not going to get them if I'm dead.
She kind of looks at Rex and at everyone around her.
Trend is just panicked, kind of scared and confused.
Bold is holding the vines on the doors.
Sona's just staring and watching Leni.
Rex, how do we get out of this?
He doesn't say the words. We do. I'd like to tap my wheels in the same tempo that
Okay.
he uses.
Okay.
And I want to say the words.
And at that moment, the only person that I am aware of that has taken their headphones out is Trend. And Trend, you straighten up. And normally, the words coming from the father, you take the command of the father. But this time, Rex has said them. And you are attentive to Rex and what Rex is telling you.
Trend very suddenly takes more of a, I guess, combative posture, and just waits for orders.
Hey, buddy, no, not like that. Relax. Be yourself. You would never say that. And I look at him. Does he look okay? Cause
Who, Trend?
yeah. No, you think I'm asking about the other one?
Yeah.
Bold there
Trend,
just going,
Trend is in their combat form. They're in soldier mode.
Okay.
They're not sure who exactly you are, but they know that you're the one that they need to listen to.
Rex, what did you do?
What he's been doing to you.
Sony, you cannot hear this.
Oh, that's right. I take my headphones out before
Right,
I
that was
ask.
why I actually thought.
Yeah.
I thought everyone had it because everyone was participating in
Yeah,
dialogue. I
take
figured
mine.
like Rex didn't need them. Rex was the Odysseus tied to the mast,
Mhm.
so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Rex and Lenny didn't need it. So
Mhm.
it was just the other three. And Trent
Yeah.
took it out, and Vault is just kind of has not reacted to anything anyone said, has just
No, just
felt
the vines.
exactly.
Felt and went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sona takes hers out.
I'll tap. I'll say the words.
and Sona, you straighten up, and again, normally you take the words from the father, but today, this new person, is saying the words, and you're waiting attentively for their command.
What if we need them for the guards? I don't want them to have to fight, but we need to get out of here.
They'll help us.
Bold's
We're
gonna,
doing
like,
this together.
turn around because there's not much going on and sort of look at you guys like, what?
Front wheels go tap tap, mofo.
Tap, tap, motherfucker.
And the same thing happens. And while time almost feels like it's frozen, the Grandmother Spider walks towards you, Leni, and says, I guess the decision was never yours. Would you like the good news or the bad news first? And the room feels like it has stopped and paused.
What do you mean? We're doing it. We're getting out of here. They're gonna be fine.
Would you like the good news or the bad news first?
Good news.
All 5 of you make it out today. A little bloody, mostly theirs, but you all make it out. Would you like the bad news?
I need to. Yeah.
You're and she stops and is a little flustered and moves around a little bit because she knows that the next words in which she's going to say isn't going to be easy for you. The 4 of them are going to leave, and Rex will be the only one that will ever be able to recognize you. They will go on to live their own lives. While slightly aggressive and angry, they learn to deal with this. But you must never see them again. Because if you do, it will trigger this memory and it will bring them back to this state. And I'm sorry to say this, there's more. After this, you leave and you go into the father's storage and you look up to find where your parents are, and they're dead.
Oh.
They were killed shortly after you were dropped off. You have spent a large amount of time in your life forgetting this. Forgetting all of this, forgetting your friends because you can't see them again, forgetting what really happened to your parents and stringing it together and putting the father in place of your father. I give you one choice. I can snip this string and you will remember everything. All of this. Everything. I snip this one and you go back to the Leni that you've known before, and you won't have to deal with losing your friends again or losing your family. So choose wisely.
I mean, I've been living without my family for a very long time. And either way, I think I'll be angry. But if they can live, and at least somebody got out of this with something good, at least I hope my dad told my mom I loved her.
And she reaches out and puts her hand on the side of your head and runs her fingers through a portion of your hair and says, it was his last words.
I can do this.
And she holds out the scissors for you to make the decision of which cord you're going to cut.
And she goes and she cuts the one that frees her friends and kills both of her parents and gives her all those memories.
And that is where we're going to end this season. Thank you all so fucking much.
Cat.
I'm crying, man. Holy shit.
I'm so glad you're going to DM for me again. I decided you're going to DM for me again.
Well, the great thing is Rex is still alive and can
Mhm.
see Leni.
Oh, I saw the wonderful character choice that you made, and I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So,
Damn it!
I
How much
mean-
is a Billy? How much is a Billy Leni now?
I'm sure
I'm
you'll
gonna miss-
find a way.
I'm gonna miss Stacks on.
Oh, that was so delightful and a lovely introduction to culture.
I can't believe that was an Australian thing that you guys do.
I mean, we do it as well,
We-
but like
we
we
do,
didn't
but,
really
like-
name it, right?
It's
Yeah.
not called that, yeah.
It's
Here,
not
look,
called
you
that.
taught us about stacks. We'll teach you about gun violence. How's that?
I already know
Oh,
about that. I'm
no.
good. Thank you.
All right, let's say goodbye to everyone. Let's absolutely start with Sam though. Sam, please, thank you so much for coming on and joining. You knowing that you were going to be here, I definitely put more effort into making this episode good. So
I
Well, I
don't
guess
even
fuck all
believe
other
you. I
guests.
think you're good all the time.
Thank you.
And I have no evidence to the contrary. And thanks to this VOD, at least there will be some evidence that I was here. Chat, you are my witnesses. I've been Sam Delev, and I have Rexed all of these plans when I'm not making Jake sad as a GM and being delighted by fellow players here. You can catch me making Jake sad as a technical director on all of the other shows I'm on
You-
at
you are
QueueTimes.
far from the last one to do that. It's like
No, but I
Sam
hope
and
you
then
most-
everyone else.
But I have to have aspirations, so please catch all of those. My schedule's on twitch.tv/Levely, DELEVELY. But frankly, if you just keep watching QueueTimes, you'll have accomplished two things: seeing most of the stuff I'm in, and seeing a lot of really high quality content. Good for you.
Let's go over to Valkyrie.
Hi, I'm Valkyrie, also known as Valkyrie Star XO on pretty much everything. I'm still crying a little bit. Thank you, everyone, for that. That was
Sorry.
oh my heart. I'm not doing much at the moment, and I'm really excited. Hopefully, we can come back soon because I love this cast. And thank you, Sam, and thank you, Jake, for running this.
Let's go to Drac, and I totally forgot to remind you to send that link to chat during the first half, so do it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm
Drac,
Jack or
yeah.
Draconics. You can find me on Twitter at Draconics. That's DRAKONIQES. I think the link you talking like my Kofi. I'm gonna be going to coming over to Knoxville and then Indy this year. So if you want to help me with the cost, because God is very expensive. I'm gonna be visiting some friends. Gonna be visiting Vanna on her birthday, which I'm very excited about. So if you want to send me money that I'm probably honestly gonna spend on takeaway for Vanna's birthday, that's my Kofi.
Well, why else are you coming to the US? Vanna's a very good reason, but there's another reason.
Oh,
why
I'm going
you're
to Gen Con. Yes. I'm going back to Gen Con.
I like
forgot
the
about that.
priorities.
I agree. Vanna is
Vanna,
number one
and
top
then, yeah.
priority. But
But yeah, I'm going to Gen Con, so if you want to see me there, that's going to be pretty cool. What else? Oh, I'm Jack. I stream all over the place. I stream all over the place. You can find me on Tuesdays over at Table Story at 5 p.m. Eastern in a campaign called Kingmakers, where I play a character heavily based on Scar and Kovu. On Wednesdays, actually no, not on Wednesdays anymore because we had a mid-season break. But not on Fridays either. Wow, I
There's
don't have
only
anything
7
to
days
do.
of the week.
You're doing
Come on.
nothing. Oh my gosh.
Fuck. I
This
need
is
to
the
fill my
first
schedule up
time
again.
ever.
You're gonna sleep. You're gonna sleep. You're
I
gonna go
need
to
to fill my
bed.
schedule up again.
No,
Have you heard of this
Drac is
thing
gonna
called-
Drac is gonna nap. If we can convince them that they're napping just for longer periods of time, maybe they'll get some sleep. So Drac is going
I've
to nap.
I start tapping my casters.
Message me whenever you have an empty time, and I'll be like,
You know what? No, Drac, you are a person who loves innovation. You love being on the cutting edge. You've heard of the nap. Have you ever heard of the extended nap?
Have you ever heard of the
Extended.
extended power nap? It's efficient.
Have you heard of the Nat Plus?
Ooh.
It's
Even
part of the
those
Disney
overnight-
package.
It's only a
Honestly, you
it's
don't
only a
even have to
subscription,
up
it's
your monthly
$6.99.
subscription.
Get your premium nap bundle today. Visit DisneyPlus.com. We're not sponsored by Disney. Please don't sue us.
No.
But if you want to sponsor us, I'm not
Never.
gonna say no.
I've said fuck way too many times for them to
I mean,
ever. in
It
the
looks like they're
future-
gonna be having like Deadpool on Disney Plus. Like, you know,
Yeah.
they're gonna have, they have a
Oh,
separate
boy.
Okay,
thing.
okay, that's all well and good, but look how many queers there are here. Disney
That's
could
really
never.
what it comes down
That
to.
is true.
True.
Yeah,
And
Like,
there's
look at the lighting and just be
three
like,
black people on the show. That's like between
that is true.
That's three
That's-
too
basically
many.
what we're saying, Disney, is if you sponsor this, you are checking some boxes that you need to check. You are so welcome. You're so welcome.
the negging version of a pitch.
We only neg Disney on this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably have something because I'm stressed for some reason, and so I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm just forgetting what it is. So just follow me on Twitter to find out why I'm stressed. That's cool.
All right,
My
then.
Twitter.
Then why don't we head over to
Oh
Liv?
shit! I remembered. I remembered.
I'm gonna be sleeping.
Chaotic.
With Roll, I really did it, so it's not me like missing out on sleep. But I teamed up with Roll App, they're a VTT, and we've done a pre-recorded series called Kill Screen, which is a cyberpunk plus eldritch horror kind of campaign. We premiered June 1st. Great way to start Pride. And every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific or 9 p.m. Eastern over on QueueTopia, you can see past Drac playing a game addicted, mostly cyborg. He's mostly metal. But yeah, that's what you can see me
Past.
doing.
That's just drag.
Yeah. Sure.
And just to jog Drac's memory even more, we're gonna go to Liv.
Yeah, that too.
Yes. Hi, I'm Liv. You can find me on Twitter at liveinaday. I'm the best girl, best pal, and the cutest person on the internet that you know. So you should definitely be following me because those are all great things. Honestly, my schedule's kind of slowed down a little bit too. Now that we have done our season finale here, and I'm gonna miss everybody very much. But if you find that you're missing me, if you're just not getting enough Liv in your life, you can watch me on Mondays over on Total Party Chills Under the Table. I'm very excited because this Monday, for the first time in, oh my God, 2 years, I'm going to be in the studio. I'm going to be in the San Francisco studio playing in person with Keith and Jacob and everybody from over there, Lana, Nate, bunch of homies. So we're going to be playing the Red Rook, which is kind of like if everybody from Les Mis, if all the revolutionaries from Les Mis made a pact with the devil. There you go. That's how to explain it. So definitely check that out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's a little one shot. Speaking of Kill Switch, is that what it is? Kill Switch?
Kill Screen.
Kill Screen. Over there, if you watch that, and you should be watching that, you will get to see the incredible Lexi, Black Girl Mage, who is the GM for Strixhaven, and we are finishing up recording. So you should follow me on Twitter to figure out when that's going to drop, because you're going to want to fucking watch that show. That shit's so good. That shit is so good. But that's really all I've got for
Also,
you.
Must. Super Idols, right?
Oh, that was the other thing. Get
That's
out
the
of
thing
my
I
brain.
remembered by when Jake went over to Liv. I
If
was like,
you
oh, yeah,
want
that's
to
me too.
hear Drac and I be annoying and almost kill each other, but in audio form,
Almost
check
kill
out
each
Super
other.
Idols.
My character's a sweetheart. Yours is one of
Whatever.
a bully.
I hate you. Jake, take it away.
Before I talk my piece, we're gonna go to the main star of today's episode, Cat Scratch.
I hope I was a good main character of the day.
You were great. You made us cry.
There is not a single Shonen Jump protagonist who has shit on you.
As the not weeb here, I'm gonna say grats.
Thank you.
I'm
This has
assuming
actually
it's
been my
good. You can
moment.
sit in the culture corner with me.
Sam, we need to watch anime together. We need to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
I love watching things with people. It's the only way I'm going to do it. This is why I'm such a culture void. No, I don't see friends.
We need to watch Spy
You-
Family together. That's what we should do.
Cell
Here's the thing.
phone.
Oh,
You
I'm waiting for that
are
ball to
you
be
are
out.
the culture, you are the moment, you are the icon. So you
Yeah.
don't need any other
And
media.
don't you
See,
ever
and that's why
speak
y'all should
down on
watch
that.
QueueTimes. That's
There you go.
culture.
But speaking of things to watch and or consume, I am everywhere and I stream KATSKRATCHH, probably funniest on Twitter. I stream 4 days of the week on my channel, which is Cat Scratch. And I also have a YouTube, TTRPG wise. I have a podcast that comes out called Forgotten Paths, where I play Viessa, who's a dark and broody, leader wise character. It's an amnesia campaign, and I'm still piecing together her backstory, kind of like in this shit. And then I have another podcast that is being recorded that is not yet out, but again, follow me on Twitter. I will obviously announce that. Next Wednesday and the Wednesday after, I will be on the Becca Scott's Twitch channel for an Everyday Heroes mini series, a 2-episode mini one. And next week I start DMing my own campaign that I'm leading. That'll be pre-recorded and will be out sometime. I have a lot
I'm
coming
so
up.
excited for DM Cats.
And
I'm so
Drac might
excited.
be in it. Drac might be in it. I haven't been a DM in a while, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm very, very excited.
That's awesome.
You had me at cat DMing and then lost me at Drac.
Wow. That's how it usually
No.
goes, honestly.
There are other good people in it.
Yeah. I make it neutral. I'm like
You
twice
even
as
it
bad
out.
as everyone else.
It-
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I
about
like show quality
balance.
like I like my gender.
Very neutral in there.
That also reminded me of another thing I do actually have. I'm also playing Everyday Heroes. The finale's happening this Saturday.
Oh my god! In the
I'm
stream, cut the
sorry.
cameras dead
Fine,
ass.
bye. I'm
All
going
right.
to.
Remember the part of your sign off when you were like,
Oh, I don't have anything.
Bye, Drac.
Bye, Drac.
All right,
Bye,
so
bitch.
thank you all so much for joining me. If you would like to, I currently my schedule is lightening up because I am prepping for a bunch of stuff that's coming up. I have been roped. Speaking of Total Party Chill, I'm being roped into running a game with Janine where we do Oops All Pans. We have not decided what TTRPG we're going to play, but I've been told that we have to run an all pansexual group of people on stream. So I don't know what TTR. I've been suggested a cooking one. I don't. We're working.
God damn it.
you don't listen. As somebody who's been to a restaurant with Janine, you never want to do anything cooking related with Janine.
Oh, you're going to be making skillet checks the whole time.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm taking a small break to prepare and do a bunch of actually editing and side projects for other places, which I don't think I can announce about at all. So stick around for on my Twitter for that. Until next time, everyone, thank you so much. And one last thing, make sure to go watch Cat Scratch and remind her that she is your favorite titty streamer. All right, bye everyone.
Don't do that. You might get bumped.